Hey guys, it's Chloe. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're upgrading my 2019 Tacoma's headlights from the OEM halogen ones to the OEM LED ones with sequential turn signal. So I have the new LED style ones on my truck right now. I got them from sparksparts.com, which is an authorized Toyota OEM parts website. And if you're wondering, these headlights are part of an upgraded package you can get on the 2020 and up Tacomas. They're upgraded from the OEM halogen headlights in the sense that they're LEDs, they have a little bit more modern styling, and they also have sequential turn signals. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to install these headlights on any 2016 and up Tacoma or any 3rd gen Tacoma. Show you guys some before and after clips of these LED ones versus my older halogen ones, including some of the light output differences, and talk about why I personally think that if you're looking to upgrade your Tacoma headlights, it's a good idea to go with OEM ones over aftermarket ones. Plus, I have a discount code for these ones for you guys if you keep watching. So let's just get right into it. So I've been so excited to finally install this mod for you guys today. I think Toyota did such a good job with these new redesigned headlights. So here's some comparison footage between my old halogen ones and these new LED ones. So there's actually quite a few headlight options for these 3rd gen Tacomas, and I believe that there are 5 different OEM style ones that have come out since 2016. For halogen ones, there's the ones that I previously had on my truck that come with an LED daytime running light and have some chrome accents. There's also a halogen style version offered for 2016 through 2019 TRD Pro Tacomas that also have an LED daytime running light, but the styling is slightly more blacked out. Then there's also a halogen version with similar styling to the 2 ones I just described, but they're just for the SR and SR5, I believe, and they don't come with an LED daytime running light. And then of course there are these LED ones which come with a completely different style daytime running light and are reflectors. And then the 2020 and up TRD Pros come with their own specialized version of these that say TRD and Pro on the daytime running lights, which is really unique. Now, if you think that's a lot, there's also endless aftermarket options. However, I personally decided to stay away from any aftermarket ones for a couple of different reasons, so let me explain. As I've slowly built up my truck over the last 2 years and slowly started changing out parts for anything that has to do with performance or could affect performance in a critical way, I've tended to stick with OEM parts. My TRD cold air intake kit, my cabin air filter I just replaced, and my oil filter I just replaced are all OEM parts, all from Sparks Parts, by the way. And that's because genuine OEM Toyota parts are guaranteed to fit and function according to factory specifications. Now, headlights, of course, regardless of styling, are really important to have on your vehicle, and it's really important that they function correctly. It's not great if they have premature wear, including going out early, yellowing, getting moisture in them, breaking, or just not performing as well as the factory ones that I originally had on my truck, because that would suck. Now, of course, this isn't me saying that every single aftermarket headlight you get are poor quality, but the 5 different OEM headlights I just listed for the 3rd gen Tacomas are the only ones truly endorsed by Toyota and the ones that Toyota says will fit and function the best. They're also all street legal, which isn't the case for every single aftermarket headlight out there. And another thing is that if you're looking to specifically upgrade your headlights because you want to get LED over halogen, these OEM LED ones are actually really competitively priced, and in a lot of cases actually cheaper than some of the aftermarket options out there. And speaking of price, I did mention earlier in the video that I do have a discount code for these OEM headlights for you guys. If you go to sparksparts.com, and I'll have everything linked down in the description box down below, you can add these headlights and any other OEM parts that you may want for your Toyotas into your cart, and then at checkout apply my discount code ChloeKuo for 5% off your entire order. Again, Sparks Parts is where I get all of my OEM parts for my Tacoma because I love the discounted pricing and they always come packaged really well and ship quickly. Putting OEM parts on your Toyota will ensure that it keeps up its value and its quality, of course. And in all of my videos where I've showed you guys how to install my OEM parts, I always do my best to give you guys detailed instructions in my videos in case you might be following along. But if you decide to get these headlights and you prefer to get them installed at an authorized Toyota dealership, typically dealerships will be more inclined to say yes to installing your OEM parts over aftermarket parts. So that's also something to consider if you don't want to do the install yourself. However, if you decide to install them yourself like I did, these headlights from Sparks Parts come with a 12-month warranty. And that's just another great thing. So those are basically all my reasons I decided to go with these OEM LED style headlights. If you also decide to get these headlights from Sparks Parts and use my discount code, make sure to take a picture when you're done installing or when you're done getting them installed and tag me on Instagram at ChloeKuoTaco so I can see and share them. So with all that being said, I'm planning on making another video where I compare all 5 of those different OEM style headlights, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, let's just get into the install of these OEM LED style headlights. So these are the tools I'm going to be using for this install. First up, I have a 10mm socket. Then I have 3 different tools to remove some plastic clips. There's a lot of people out there that prefer a certain way to removing those plastic clips. Most people just use a flathead, but the safest way I found is to use a plastic trim removal tool. And then I also have needle nose pliers. Now next up in this bag, I have some wiring harnesses. So let me take them out of the bag so I can show you them in more detail. So since I have a 2019 TRD Tacoma, I needed to get wiring harnesses in order to make this install of these OEM LED headlights plug and play. So as far as I'm aware, I'm not 100% sure about 2020 Tacomas and up, but for at least 2016 through 2019 TRD Tacomas, you'll need to either make or buy wiring harnesses like these. And I actually got these from finding a user on Tacoma World that makes them. His name is Dave Issa. Sorry Dave if I pronounce your last name wrong, but I'll have all of his information in the description box down below. There's this mega thread with a bunch of frequently asked questions from people who have done and are trying to do this OEM LED headlight mod. Basically, I found out through that thread that Dave is kind of the go-to guy for making high quality harnesses. He does a really good job and he puts a lot of detail when he actually makes these. He even labels the side, which is really nice, and he labels all the connections so that you don't wire them backwards and potentially blow a fuse. So that is super nice. There's a couple other people that make them on Tacoma World, including someone named Mike or X-Runner Dude. And then I also found a set on eBay and also on the website The Retrofit Source. But based on the thread on Tacoma World from the people that tried the harnesses that they got from eBay or The Retrofit Source, they say that on some of them the high beam and the low beam wire is switched, which is incorrect and that can cause you to blow a fuse. But I've heard great things about these ones that Dave makes, so that's why I went with it. Anyways, that's what you'll need, so now let's get into the install. Okay, so the very first thing we're gonna do is separate the grille and the surround from the truck. So I'm gonna remove a 10mm bolt here and here. We're gonna take our needle nose pliers to separate the wiring harness for the front sensor from the surround. Now we're going to unmate this wiring harness, and to do that you have to push down and pull. Lastly, there's a plastic clip here that we're going to pop off, so just get your flathead or trim removal tool underneath there and push it up a little bit. And there's the same one on the other side. Then once we have all of those pieces off, we're going to remove the grill, and the surround's gonna come with it. So just grab the grill, pull up and out. Next, we're gonna have to remove some clips from the bumper because we need to take it partially off because it goes over part of where the headlights mount to. So we got more clips to remove. As you may or may not be able to tell, part of the fender flare goes over the bumper, and you can see the body line right here. So we need to detach the part of the fender flare that attaches to the bumper. So there's this 10mm bolt right here and a plastic clip. So those are the ones that you just have to twist and then pull out. So this upper clip was a little bit hard to get out, but from the other side under the wheel well liner, you just have to pinch it and then pull really hard. Now that our bumper is loose, we're gonna try to pry it open to expose a bolt for the headlight. So separating the bumper right here exposes this 10mm over here. I may need an extension on this, but we'll try without. And then at the top here we have two more bolts. They're both 10mm. One's on the subassembly and one's on the fender. Then upon removing those two, should be able to take the headlight out. Now we're going to unmate all of our wiring harnesses. As you just saw, I took pictures of everything. The new harnesses are already labeled, but it's just easy to do just in case. This one down here is acting tricky, so I'm just gonna twist the bulb out. Oh, that was honestly kind of a pain. But now, I got the entire headlight separated. Finally. All right, now it's time to start wiring everything up. So first off, you want to take your wiring harness for the correct side. Like I said before, Dave does a great job by labeling which side using this heat shrink label, which is just really nice. And we're going to start matching up all of these connectors. Also, the way Dave makes these is everything's color matched, so that makes it even easier. You do want to make sure you hear that click. Also, ground for everything is on the high beam connector, so don't fret if you don't see a ground wire coming off of this harness, even though you can see one coming from the truck. Then our turn signal. Then this is our high beam, and you want to be really, really careful because you can accidentally mix up the high and low beams and you will blow a fuse. And again, this is where your ground is coming from, so it's really important that this is making a solid connection, so make sure you hear it click. Then lastly, our low beams. Okay, so that's everything plugged into the harness, pretty easy, but as you can see, we're left over with this guy. Now this guy, if you don't remember, was the guy that was giving me trouble with the bulb, and based on the new design for the OEM headlights, there's no connection for this. So what Dave does is he gives you an extra connector, and it's all sealed up, and this is just to make sure it stays watertight, so that's really nice. And now I'm gonna take my brand new Sparks Parts headlight, and really we're just gonna test fit it for now and test all the electronics. So let's just plug this in first, and I'm gonna just set these down aside. And moment of truth, I'm gonna test out their functionality. So luckily it looks like these things are functioning perfectly on the first try, so I'm so excited. They look so good. But anyways, let's get this actually assembled on the truck now, and I should probably turn these off. So we're just doing things in reverse order, but you basically want to make sure that this is on the subassembly, this is on the fender, you have this hole on the fender lined up, and the headlight is kind of underneath this tab right here. So right now we're kind of at the halfway point. We have our new headlight over here and our original one over here. So quite a difference. I'm excited to get the new headlight on that side, so let's do it. Alright, so it is nighttime as you can probably tell, and this is with just the daytime running lights on with the new LED OEM headlights. It's not like I haven't seen these before, but seeing these on my truck for the first time is just really, really cool, and it looks so awesome. These daytime running lights are definitely brighter than the daytime running lights on my old setup. Now, the real question is, do you think the Tacoma is squinting or just has angry eyes? Regardless, it definitely looks more aggressive. And I love the little use of this space for the daytime running light too. I think this is really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love these headlights if you cannot tell already. Huge thanks to Sparks Parts for these and for my discount code ChloeKuo on their website, where you guys can get 5% off any OEM parts. If you guys like Tacoma mod videos like these or off-road videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I do have a huge project. It is going to be a whole series on my channel. I'm still working out the kinks, so be on the lookout for that announcement soon. I also post more real-time content on my Instagram at ChloeKuoTaco if you want to follow that. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.